Hey, welcome to my site. This is Roger Martin from Billings, Montana, and His Grace Choosing to Believe in. This is, of course, from a video from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You can easily subscribe there, see that come on, get more info here also, and more videos here. So, well done. Let's see what he's talking about here.
Fixated with my faith and poking holes in that. My studies got pushed aside, my grades took a hit. I started.
Now, what was he doing? He's trying to disprove the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints through his faith. That's kind of a dark spot to be in. It's easy to go there. And it's easy to see negative things in almost anything, even things that are generally pretty positive.
To want to disbelieve. And I think that's when the darkness for me personally really set in. As I dug deeper and deeper in trying to find anything and everything negative I can find about God.
Anything negative about God, boy, if you go from a negative aspect, you should be able to find some pretty negative things about God. So it's not really the positive side that he's looking at.
The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and just Christianity more generally. I remember also reading lots of Exodus stories, people that had similar questions and ultimately decided to leave the church. And that was tempting to me. I just felt like I had no grip on anything. Everything that I'd ever believed, I felt like was slipping through my fingers and I had no idea what to believe anymore. It was
Yeah, it's easy to tear down faith, and when you start tearing it down yourself, you give Satan a lot of ammunition, that's for sure.
terrifying. I remember weeping in the shower and I remember struggling to sleep and tossing and turning, and it was just all I could think about. Other conversations could be going on and everything was just going back to this fundamental question of what is real, what is true. And I remember
The fundamental question, what is real, what is true? The great philosophers have studied that. Great scientists have done it. Great religionists have studied that. But remember, truth doesn't really change. We discover it, but it always is. It exists and it always is. But we don't discover it a lot of times without some sincere and prolonged effort.
walking into my bishop's office and I said, I don't know if I'm going to be a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints for the rest of my life. He listened patiently and he just said, well, I hope you're praying. My prayers were very simple. A lot of times I could not get out more than, God, help me, help me.
Prayers are very simple. God help me. Isn't that interesting? At least he's got that working a little for him. But his mind is kind of messed up, and so is his heart.
And eventually he did, but it was not an immediate type help. It was more like a slow sunrise over months of making choices to believe that.
Now, see, there's the switch. It says it's over months and it's making choices to believe instead of to break it down. Something changed in him. He started saying, well, let's see what we can do if we believe.
The light came back. There are evidences that I've chosen to give credibility. You know, the fact that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has really helped me to think more about other people and encouraged me to do that. That's not everything, but it is something, right?
So you got to look at something positive. Without the church, would you be interested enough in other people? Would you be serving enough or helping enough? Or just be centered in your own life? See, that's a great thing about Christianity and real faith, is it encourages you to go outside and serve outside yourself.
And the times when I was growing up and I turned to the Book of Mormon and I read and I felt peace, it's not everything, but it is something, right? And so all these somethings over time.
So the prayer is something and starting to work on it. The scriptures, when he felt peace, is something. So you see, it is adding up. But you got to openly look at these things and not just belittle faith in general or God in general, because it's easy in this world and the great battles that we're in to be negative about a lot of things.
that I chose to ignore when I was in the thick of that crisis. I thought I was being intellectually honest, right? I thought I'm just going to be open-minded. I'm going to see everything how it is. But at the same time, I wasn't being fully honest about all these other things that could raise the question of, maybe there is a God, and maybe that God is loving. Because look at this. Remember that experience you had on your mission? Remember that experience you had when you were baptized?
So it's not remembering the experiences and looking at things fully, but there's an inner reaction and relationship and workings of the Spirit, not only emotionally and spiritually and from the heart, but also physically with other people and other situations and intimately with the Spirit. Those things are not easy to discern sometimes. The more we work with them, the easier they are.
I feel like I can say more than just I choose to believe right now. I feel like I have some type of conversion and some type of testimony of the gospel that's more than just a choice, right? And that's based on the fruits of making that choice, right? And then also some things I've learned along the way.
So this faith, this testimony, this choice, they're all interconnected, but you need to stand back and look and see and really partake of these fruits of the gospel and not just a little nibble here and there. And that's okay, but you need to take the whole fruit. You need to take more than just a couple nibbles. But you need to, if the nibbling is where you start with that. But go into a full feast in time. And that takes some depth, that takes some energy, that takes some effort. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and otherwise.
Grace for me are just those very little things that have helped me to make the kind of choices that will help me grow. Flexibility to make and learn from mistakes. Having peace deep within me, even when I don't understand everything, right? We're told in the scriptures that we can have peace.
So recognizing that peace even when you don't understand things, when you're doing things more right than you think, that feeling, that understanding, that awareness, to be aware of it and to recognize it is a big step in the right direction.
That passes understanding. And certainly the amount of peace I have in my life is not proportional to the amount of understanding I have, because I have so many questions. Time of my crisis, I certainly wasn't thinking of Article of Faith number 9, which reminds us that we believe all that God has revealed, all that He's now revealed, that He will yet reveal many great and important things pertaining to the kingdom of God. Those great and important things, they're not tangential, sidebar, footnote type things. They're great and important things. And for me, that means we're going to have great and important questions. God can take the biggest train wrecks in our lives and He can make something beautiful out of them. And I felt Him do that with this experience that I've had.
So he says God can take the great train wrecks that happen in life and make something beautiful out of them. But we have to be willing to work with Him on that. So it's a relationship, always a relationship. Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. His grace, choosing to believe in what? In the good things of the church, in the positive things of life, in the better things. Think about that. His grace is always there. His love and mercy is always there. Sometimes we get so carried away in the thick of things in our own lives that we can't see the forest from the trees, let alone the sunshine coming through those trees. And it's Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. Good day. Join me on To Move Up, and let's help you move forward in investing in yourself and in finances so you can move forward. Good day.